So have you guys ever heard of fake it till you make it? Um, just throw in the chat if you guys have heard that. I'm sure you have. So I have, and people have told it to me before. And I'm like, oh, maybe I'll try that. Okay, I've tried it a lot, but I'll tell you what happens when you try to fake it. Okay, here's this little guy. He's he's this little guy. He's, putting on the right face. He's acting the part. But what's happening is underneath that mask, right? There's feelings of fraud, right? The imposter syndrome. This is what's actually happening on the inside. We can fake it till we make it. And we're just like, I'm just going to show up. I'm just going to push through. But inside, this is what's happening. And so we have to address what's happening on the inside. Because when we fake confidence, this keeps you in your head, right? We're in our head. We're thinking of all these things. How do I show? How do I show that I'm confident? How do I make sure? How do I present myself? That's why I don't really love the word presenting. There is presenting, right? The presentation, but then presenting ourselves. I don't like to present myself. I like to just show up as I am, right? Whatever that means. And so true confidence comes from being in your body. And the word that I like to use is embodying your message, embodying your truth, embodying the words, embodying the thoughts. Okay. So confidence isn't something you do. It's not something we build. Sometimes I might say that, but like I never looked at confidence as something we build. It's something that you unlock when you stop trying to perform and start being present. So we're trying to get to being present. How do we get present? We'll get into that. So this little cat, right? He's not as terrifying as he thinks he is. Okay, so let me show you this. This is really cool. Just take a moment and feel his presence. So badass, right? Like, come on. When I saw this, I was like, oh my God, he's so cool. So this is a Maine Coon, and he's got natural confidence, right? He's authentic, right? But because that's his true self, that's what it looks like. But also, maybe he's not so relatable because would you want to go pet him? Would you want to go like pick him up? I was like, I don't want to touch him. He's like taking up his space. I'm just going to give him space, right? So sometimes the natural confidence can show up in this way where it's also inapproachable and it can come across as intense and intimidating. So sometimes confidence can be misunderstood. And so people who are struggling with imposter syndrome, right? There's two things that can usually happen. One is we give up before trying, right? And two, we force confidence, right? Trying to fake it, overcompensating, which like this guy, which can come across as intense, maybe guarded, disconnected. This is where I use the word ego, right? This is how sometimes people show up on set because they're insecure and they show up with a massive ego thinking that's where divas come from, right? Where they have to overcompensate and it doesn't feel good. Have you ever been in a room with a massive ego, right? And that's that level of confidence. So real confidence isn't about acting or performing. It's being real, but in a way that connects, right? That's got openness, right? Owning your presence that resonates with your audience.